One thing that we get asked a lot as the instructors in this course is, how do I use Google Analytics in the early stages of my business or of a project? Well, the answer is that you kind of don't, but you still need to set up your Google Analytics platform, because by collecting the data, you can go back to that data anytime. So if you're early stages with Google Analytics and your launch, I would suggest to you that what you want to be doing is setting up goals and starting to drive traffic so that later you can go back to that data. But as we move into this next section of modules, I want you to think about something. Maybe it was that thing earlier that you're really good at. And now I want you to think how you arrived at being really good at that. For example, what was the beginning? How did you become aware of that thing, whether it was a hobby or a video game or a recipe? And then how was it the first time that you did it? Now how about the second time? How did you become really great at it? What were those segmented stages? The reason I want you to be thinking about this is because we're going to now get into funnel marketing. So you're going to be learning more about what a funnel is and why we think about conversion pathways or user journeys often in terms of funnels in growth hacking. Now, before we get into this section, I want to endow you with some concepts so that you can start building your intuition around some really key concepts that you're going to be using in the upcoming modules, okay? So a marketing funnel is an illustration of a theoretical journey that your customers take towards the purchase, repurchase, and advocacy of your product or service. Each business is different. So each funnel is going to be different for each business, and you can also think of funnels as micro behaviors within a business. Again, you want to figure out which are the most important funnels to track, but be thinking about this concept of funnels as you go through this section. Now, a conversion point is where a user can decide to take some action that transitions them to a lower or more advanced stage of a marketing funnel. Awareness in Pirate Metrics, which is what we're going to get into right now, is when a user visits a digital property for the first time. That's what awareness is. Acquisition in Pirate Metrics is when a user has given you some way to identify them, like an email address, or maybe they've signed up for some type of customer profile on your website or within your app, right? Okay, now activation in Pirate Metrics is when a user has experienced some version of your product or service. That's activation, when a user has experienced some version of your product or service. Now, a referral in Pirate Metrics is when a user makes someone else aware of your brand. All right, so coming up, you're going to get a couple animated modules, and then you're going to drop into your first practicum with Maya. I'm thrilled for you to be working with Maya. She is a legit, very smart, very capable growth hacker. I'm excited for you to get to work with her. And then you're going to have an optional module on creating an automated Google Analytics dashboard that I think is pretty cool, save you some time, and you can start to see how you can use some of this data cross platforms. 2018, the year of the tools. In this case, how you can automatically pull information from Google Analytics into something like Google Sheets. So let's move on.